Hi, my name is Rivera-Murillo, and I'll be talking about my research topic on refugees. Refugees, a term that is constantly heard in the news, politics, law, etc., constantly interchanging in space with the term immigrant. The concept of refugees is different, though, and I will explain in my research why. I'll explain who is considered a refugee, why people find themselves in this position, and what they do in response to their situation. In addition, I'll explore what the countries around the world do in response to this population and the terms that the international community has agreed upon. My research will range from the core international refugee law accepted or rejected by countries and the reason for doing this. Overall, I will define the term refugee and explore how the international community has responded to it since its creation. My research project, I focused on international refugee law and documents, in addition to NGOs and how they help structure international refugee law and documents and help implement it. I then moved on to sources that helped me specify how international refugee law and documents have been implemented in the international perspective, and how they have been rejected or accepted, and how they have caused negative or positive effects. I focus on three different sources that help explain the three different areas that I went over in my research project. The first one is the 1951 Convention relating to the status of refugees and the 1967 Protocol. The legality and analysis document provided an in-depth analysis of a legal framework around refugees in the 1951 Convention and the 1967 Protocol. The analysis document helped get a more clear understanding of the terms a person should meet to be considered a refugee and what benefits they enjoy once they are granted the term. The document concepts such as refugees protection length, refugee versus migrant category, refugee obligations, refusal of non-members of legal documents to grant the refugee label, etc., with the goal being answering all questions regarding the Magna Carta of International Refugee Law/policy. The legality analysis document is helpful to my research because it helps me better understand some of the most important international refugee laws/policies that are available in the present day. This document is provided by UNHCR, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. The second document that I would like to introduce is produced by the OHCHR, the United Nations Human Rights Office of the High Commission. The article is Protocol Relating to the Status of Refugees. The 1967 Protocol legal document explores how it is necessary to change the 1951 Convention. The 1967 Protocol is an adjustment to the 1951 Convention, a major international refugee legal document, by expanding the refugee definition. It eliminated terminating requirements the 1950 Convention had created between a large group of potential refugees and the legal label of refugee. Thus, the protocol allowed a massive increase of new legally termed refugees. I find the 1967 protocol document helpful towards my research on refugees because it explores the legal adjustment that was made to the 1950 Convention, one of the most, if not the most important legal documents surrounding refugee law. The last research that I would like to talk about is the Asian rejection international refugee law in Asia. This document helps me explore how international refugee law and documents have been implemented in the international realm, specifically in the Asian continent. The 2006 journal article revises the circumstance in which the Asian continent finds itself in relation to international refugee law. In the core analysis, the author discusses the relationship that the Asian continent has with the 1951 Convention and the 1967 Protocol, and how the relationship formed. In addition, the author explores any rejection that Asian countries have had towards commonly adopted international refugee law and why they have behaved in that manner. It also provides the reader with a political science perspective on why the Asian may have may have reacted differently than the rest of the world, and the alternatives they propose throughout a majority of their countries. All in all, the journal article revolves around the relationship between the Asian continent and the international refugee law. Thus, it is helpful to my research because it aids in my understanding of the stance of it of such an important part of the world. Well, the research I conducted taught me the legal definition of refugee. It showed me who these people are, why they do what they do, and what they face when they come across legal obstacles. In response, I learned about international refugee law and a response to the group along with the constraints that it sets on them. In my research, I was made aware that not all countries accepted the common international law that exists in the present day and the terms that they exercise those that come their way. It also provided me with examples of countries that have gone in both directions and their overall turnout. Overall, my research focuses on refugees, helped me target the international political actors that I aimed for since the start. It helped me give them the basics of the term refugee for my research and understanding of what they have done wrong and wrong since the initiation of the term in the international legal community. My research can help them understand why some countries themselves adopt the law or reject it and learn about the alternatives that are adopted by them. It will also teach them what has worked in other countries and within theirs and how they can improve the work or address any concern that has been left unsolved. In addition, the research will teach them if they are the only entities involved in international law and how it can easily change. In addition, the research will teach them if they are the only entities involved in international refugee law and it can easily change. All in all, this is a matter that the international political actors that I'm targeting can learn the basis of the term refugees from my research and understand what they have done right and wrong since the beginning of the term in the international community.